Hello world, this is ComputerHeat, and I've got another fabulous, delightful Company of Heroes 2 shoutcast. Today, this is a game between VonIvan as OKW and Romeo as the USF. And this is actually a game that Romeo cast himself 1 or 2 days ago. He did it at like ×8 speed and commentating his own play. I will probably include a link to that video in here. But this is a solo cast, so I can just start this off without counting out anything. Here we go. VonIvan and Romeo are both Americans by nationality, and kind of notorious a little bit as kind of smartasses. So I don't know. I find them both very entertaining as people and also as players. So it should be fun to watch. I'm kind of surprised to not see a bunch of banter between them. But they're both streamers as well, so this is probably, I mean, this could potentially be like the third or fourth time that some people have seen this game. Wow, very interesting. Romeo's putting down a fighting position immediately. I guess if we switch over to him, we can see where this is facing. No. I figure he's probably just going to use that to hold his cutoff. Maybe he's expecting an early Kubel rush to try to steal that away from him. What do we have going on from VonIvan? He's got his Stern Pioneers and he's getting 2 Volksgrenadiers, but he's not doing anything particularly questionable looking. Like charging with the Kubelwagen and his truck straight towards Romeo's cutoff. Perhaps he knows that Romeo has a few tricks up his sleeve when it comes to dealing with things like that. He put out a video a little while back of him using the tank traps to mess with the pathing of Kubelwagons and force them to bounce around all over the place. It's pretty passive play from VonIvan. I thought he would maybe try to go run over and capture this point with his Stern Pioneers, but he's just leaving them set up in this church. Interesting also, I don't know, sometimes early game as USF you can end up floating a little bit of manpower while you wait for enough fuel to call in your lieutenant or captain. So maybe he, that was the reason, well, one of the reasons that Romeo figured he would be safe putting down this fighting position. Anyway, we haven't seen a Kubelwagen yet, and it doesn't look like VonIvan is getting one anytime soon. And 2.5 minutes and no fighting going on at all. I'll just say once again that Romeo does shoutcasts as well as stream, and I've been watching a lot of his recently. I really enjoy them. He's got good strategic insight, and I've been talking to him to try to find a time when we could both, you know, cast a game together. But he's in North America and I live in Europe, so the time zones are not particularly good. At least 6 hours difference. Well, this is awfully passive. Not really fitting with the description I saw in the replay section. We have our first shots fired at like 3 minutes and 10 seconds. VonIvan going for a really big Volksgrenadier start, which pretty normal and something that I quite like when I play as OKW. I'll be curious to see if he goes for his tier 2 or his tier 3 as his first pick. So VonIvan's making his push. Making a push, but I guess he knows that Romeo could upgrade this at any time, and without any Panzerschrecks, you can see that he has plenty of munitions available to cover this point. Should VonIvan try to take it, and without any Panzerschrecks, it'll be quite difficult to take this down. Volley fire produced a great effect right there, and just really delaying VonIvan's capture of that territory. And we're not getting the upgrade yet on the fighting position. So maybe he's worried that VonIvan will perch himself a Panzerschreck and get that up. But we have a Lieutenant out already, and the M20 building at the same time. So VonIvan's got great map control so far. I guess Romeo was really expecting an early cool wagon push to try to take this position, and the early fighting position was intended to stop that attack. So VonIvan's managed to take the cutoff, leaving Romeo with only one sector, and man, all this fighting happening in one little spot right here is making it really easy for him to observe. VonIvan floating a ton of manpower. He's gotten himself the Luftwaffe commander. I'm curious to see if he gets any machine guns. And it looks like this fighting position is probably about to go down. Have not seen any munition spends from VonIvan yet, and it looks like he's not doing anything. Ooh, this Volksgrenadier is certainly going to go down. If it does die, and these Volksgrenadiers have to run off before they meet the same fate. Oh, I kind of want to pan away and see what's happening up the north. Doesn't really look like anything. Really nice use of the utility car. That's a strong unit. Particularly on a kind of choke pointy map like this, I think VonIvan will probably want to get the minesweepers on his Storm Pioneers. Oh, you see that he went the battle group headquarters to get the early healing. That's really good. Although, I think pretty often people like to get tier 3, get the repair truck against US and go for things like early Pumas. But if you can keep a good handle on the munitions and get a Rakettenwerfer or 2 out, then that's the... Yeah, so you see here VonIvan has gotten himself the Panzerschreck. So if he can get some more of those, plus this Rakettenwerfer, then he'll be able to keep a lid on the amount of damage that this M20 can do. It's not going to be able to run rampant. Man, this Panzerschreck just isn't firing. The Panzerschreck guy's on the wrong side of the hedge and he's just getting shot at. It's a great micro there from Romeo to keep him out of... I don't know if he did that on purpose, but very nice play with this M20. It's got 7 kills already. It's probably going to be able to... Yeah, it forces this Rakettenwerfer to retreat. And off it goes. So now Romeo's going for the cutoff of VonIvan, and we can see his rifle squad sort of flooding around. Now what is Romeo doing right now? You see that he's gone airborne, and no upgrade to the HQ, no other tech purchases made yet. He may be saving up for a captain, or deciding to go straight for a major. Since you can airdrop the AT guns, unless you really want to get, say, a pack howitzer or a Stuart, then although the captain himself is pretty good AT, soft AT counter. Oh, M20 does a ton of damage up close. That machine gun is really strong. I'm surprised it has as little vet as it has right now. Lieutenant's is going to need to retreat. Off he goes. The M20 comes up, and this lack of AT from VonIvan is just letting Romeo go crazy with this this M20. The M20 is also going to let him put down mines. They're really strong anti-tank mines. Oh, if the Storm Pioneer goes down, that'll be even better for Romeo. And now it's time for the scout car to get out of here, and or utility car, excuse me. He pops smoke and off he goes. Squad of paratroopers coming down. I think it's a safe bet that they will go for. Oh, looks like one of them landed in the house and got killed. Romeo's not popping his crews out of there and having them repair yet, which I think is a bit of a mistake. He can back away and probably capture one of the points up at the top. VonIvan's gone in to try to make a cutoff move, but he's not actually cutting off Romeo from anything. He's connected through the middle of the map, as we can see on the tactical map right here. Oh, charging with these Fallschirmjägers was a bit of a mistake. If he'd left them behind this wall, he could have done a lot of damage to these low health squads. The moving accuracy of Fallschirmjägers is not particularly great, so if you leave them in cover at that range, it's pretty perfect. You see that VonIvan is now moving around to start taking up the map. We'll see the major soon. I bet we'll see a major soon. Yes, here comes the major. What's VonIvan got going on? No further tech. That he's doing decently for fuel. If he wants to tech up to either tier 3 or tier 4, he'll be able to do that. Try not to burp into the microphone, computer heat. Very good. Suppress that belch. Now, 2 Panzerschrecks plus the Raketenwerfer that's good for this point in the game. But with the major coming out soon, I think he may need to get something a little more, not dedicated, but something that won't be messed up by, say, a Scott or the Sherman. And if he's going to keep moving his units around in a blob like this, then he's going to really tempt Romeo to just drop a machine gun and start using that as well. Oh, these rifles are in a dangerous spot. I want to point out the M20 mine up here, and we don't see... ooh, run away, rifleman! If that guy gets out, it's a miracle. Yeah, VonIvan has not purchased minesweepers yet. I would really wish it was easier to see mines around, but wonder if there are any more utility mines, or M20 mines, that have gone down. Major's taking shots with his little pearl-handled revolver at the Grenadiers in green cover as his squads charge across the road to try to take back the cutoff. Oh, very nice grenade. Really lucky on Romeo's part that he didn't take more damage from that. That was a perfect grenade from VonIvan. And worth pointing out that VonIvan has taken back map control pretty decisively. Now, I think Romeo may be letting him do that at the moment. Just trying to get his tech up. And we see this is, yeah, Schwer Panzer headquarters is out now, or is going up in a good spot where it can cover the cutoff and the fuel and stay pretty safe from getting taken out by AT guns or other units from long range. As I was saying, I think Romeo might be trying to save up his resources and then make a push to take back the map. You can see he's managed to push everything off from VonIvan. I mean, there's really only 2 squads that have been down there, and he's retaking the bottom of the map. You see the top gunners now apparently laying down the mine. Takes longer than I thought, but we'll go over here to watch the action on this side of the map. Not a particularly good fight for Romeo. These squads will probably have to retreat. The rear echelon troops are in the house. Oh, riflemen nearly getting killed there. The rear echelon troops using the suppressive volley from inside the house, and now the could have a good flanking attack here from Romeo. There is a Panzerschreck squad in the house that will keep him at bay. You can see more mines over here, and we did see another mine go down on this side. But this something I heard from General's Gentleman, which sounded like quite good advice, was if you see an M20 going around, count, look for bars or any other kind of munitions expenditures, and if you're not seeing those, get some minesweepers and start looking around for those M20 mines, because they will really mess you up if you run into them. Oh, these paratroopers are dead. That's a dead paratrooper squad. M20's trying to make an escape, pop smoke at a good location, and off they go. The riflemen managed to stall in here for a few extra seconds and prevent VonIvan from achieving the cutoff. You can see that Romeo is getting himself a Sherman right now. I'm very, very curious to see what VonIvan is going to do. He's pretty far off from getting any kind of vehicle, except for a Luke's, and I highly doubt he's going to get a Luke's. He's been doing a decent job of controlling the infantry, as we can see from his map control and the number of times he's taken the cutoff. He might actually want to get himself an MG34 and just use that to help further choke out Romeo. Romeo trying to move back out on the field, but coming across kind of in a blob. So those squads are just going to soft pedal back to base. Wait for the heavy cav support. Wow, VonIvan has almost the entire map now. If he wants to get a Panther, he can do that before too long. Oh, brutal shot from the Sherman. Let's see. Oops. Switch over and see if it's using... Yeah, so he came out and immediately started using the high explosive rounds, and now he's getting his machine gun up on top. That guy's going to pop out of there with the M20 coming as well, and a lot of squads are in danger of going down here. I think we just had 3 squads go down for VonIvan, and he can get these other ones if he chooses to keep going back. Oh man, oh my god, let's have a look at VonIvan's army because it is just falling apart right now. Oh no, he's going to catch this Rakettenwerfer too. Sherman may want to back out now. He manages to kill the Rakettenwerfer, but it lands right in the base, and VonIvan's going to be able to recruit that immediately, or whenever he chooses. And wow, that was a pretty decisive blow. So, although VonIvan had tremendous map control, I think that is all about to change now. And yeah, he's got to have a complete... He's just been routed right now, and that's going to give Romeo the opportunity to take back all of the map control that he lost. Oh, that... You know, despite all of that, VonIvan's army, not terrible. He kept alive some of his more important units. At, oh, that was pretty bad, though. You know, if he put down a couple of mines in the middle of the map, he could have at least put a damaged engine on one of these vehicles and prevented some of that, prevented some of those squad losses. We've got a new squad of paratroopers now from Romeo. And Romeo is, yes, taking back his side of the map. And we got a little bit of a AT force coming up to try to insta-give this utility car. Not going to fare very well against these paratroopers, though. If they were getting the LMG, I mean, Romeo doesn't have enough munitions to do it, but they could chase off all of these squads, but he's just going to get Shrek sniped on retreat and head on back to base. He's gotten the prize that he wanted, the victory point, and no reason to overextend. I think this is a machine gun, yeah, so Romeo's gotten himself a 50 cal. And that's going to be useful in forcing VonIvan to split up his squads a little bit. He's been playing kind of blobby with them, but he hasn't really had a reason to split them up until now. And I don't think that this Rakettenwerfer can actually see this Sherman from that angle. So he's going to need to reposition that, and it's actually getting shot down now by a combination of the 50 cal machine gun and the rear echelon squads. Romeo's got a couple idle squads in the south. They could be up here contributing to the fights and helping to push off, push VonIvan off even more so from his territory. What is this? Sherman's getting pretty brave. It would be wise of him to try to focus down these Sturm Pioneers. That will kill any of the repairing abilities and minesweeping abilities from VonIvan. And now VonIvan's got a Panther, so the repairs are something important. This Panther is going to hard counter all of the vehicles from from Romeo. Romeo doesn't really have anything that's going to work against it apart from his anti-tank mines. If it runs into one of those, then he may be able to finish it off with some tricky Sherman play. Damaged engine on the Panther is going to let his Sherman escape. And run away, Sherman! I'm not sure how quickly this smoke screen deploys, but he could have used that if he wanted to try to get away. But Romeo doesn't even have an AT gun. He could paradrop one. He doesn't have a captain, so he's not going to be able to just build one. And I believe there is an AT mine around here, so this Panther may run into that as it backs away to get repaired. So, as I was saying before, if Romeo had killed this, God damn it, don't select them, select Stern Pioneers. If Romeo had killed these Stern Pioneers earlier when he had the chance, there would have been no way to repair this for VonIvan. It would have been stuck with his damaged engine until he got himself some new Stern Pioneers. Up at the top, we got a push from Romeo. I don't know that he's actually discovered the Schwerpanzer headquarters up here. He probably knows that it is there. That's a really popular and very strong place to put it when you're playing on this side of the map. Here comes the Panther, and we may be seeing the end of the utility car right now. It's just sitting in the smoke, and yeah, VonIvan knows how to use attack ground, so that doesn't quite work. Kind of a bluff right there, I guess. Ooh, what was that? I think that was the anti-tank rifle grenade. Puts another damaged engine on this Sherman, and if Romeo had gotten himself an AT gun, he could have gotten a few free hits right here, maybe been able to kill the Panther. Now the Stern Pioneers are going to come up, and they'll be able to decap Romeo from the fuel in the south. We do see the AT gun coming in. Decap Romeo from his southern fuel, and also put the engine back on this Panther. And once again, I really want to say that VonIvan should be getting himself some airborne assault coming in here. Should have gotten himself some minesweepers earlier. I mean, there are mines all over the place. And had he gotten that, well, he still can't get that, but the minesweepers also increase the repair speed of the Stern Pioneers. The bit of an even fight here, I suppose, but I think the Fallschirmjäger are going to lose. They're taking damage much faster. What am I saying, even fight? The Fallschirmjäger are definitely going to lose. The Panther's just hanging out over here. The this anti-tank mine, I really want to see this Panther back over it and just destroy this Raketenwerfer. I wonder if it does enough damage to destroy the gun. AT gun bit out of position, and we will be able to rotate it around and maybe get some rear armor shots on the oh, why is it facing that direction? Get some rear armor shots on this Panther, which takes yet another damaged engine. Romeo can just back his Sherman off to safety and plug away with the AT gun until this thing is gone. But he should get his Panther. He should get his Sherman out of there. What are you doing? This is gonna be down to the wire. Oh, oh, wow, that's some bad luck there. And now, now VonIvan is desperately trying to kill his Panther. There it goes, down, and he may be able to snare himself the Sherman also. Yeah, I think the Sherman is going to go down. Good reaction, keeping his cool, VonIvan there. What do we have from him? Come on, finish off the Sherman. It looks like he's using his Sherman to push and disrupt the pathing of that Volksgrenadier squad and cause them to not fire. That went down. Down goes the AT gun. Now what do we have going on up here at the top? Looks like Romeo's going to make a push to take back the northern VP. Man, Romeo's really backed into a corner a bit in his base. He does still have his Sherman alive, so that's going to be good. Lieutenant, you don't want to get too close and end up having this mine get hit also. VonIvan, despite these losses, is really setting up just outside of Romeo's base, and he's got a significant BP advantage as well, so he can afford to take a few licks and still reconstitute his army. Romeo's floating a ton of manpower and a fair bit of fuel as well. Could get himself another tank. Another Sherman could be good. Maybe he'll go for a Scott or a Jackson doesn't seem like a good idea. Go over here and see what Romeo's doing. He's gotten himself an Obersoldat, and he bought 2 right away once he lost. Once he bought himself, or after he lost his Panther, he bought those right away. And we see Romeo's getting himself a Sherman and dropping an AT gun. And looks like some more paratroopers too. Okay. So much for floating a whole butt-ton of manpower and fuel. Still has a good amount. And he's getting more rear echelon squads. Not sure what that's about, unless he's going to start buying bazookas and load up the rear echelon squads with those. So, the new Sherman will be here momentarily. And now Obersoldaten to help deal with, well, do extra damage, do the damage against all these squads. You can see a nice bundled grenade right here if VonIvan decides to throw one. But these Obersoldaten are about to be overwhelmed. Yes, I think it's time for them to retreat, although they may try to kill this double vet rifle squad as it goes. And off you go. So Thompson's now on the paratroopers. They got changed recently. Try to make them a bit more useful. Oh, Fallschirmjäger squad pops out. Well, pops into this house over here, and I think that Romeo is going to try to make a push to destroy the Schwer Panzer headquarters. And that would be a very good move that could prevent I don't really know what happened there with Romeo's tanks. You can use, you can pop squads out of your, out of the tanks to mess up with the vehicle, to mess up the targeting priorities. But if he can take down this Schwer Panzer headquarters, that's going to stop, VonIvan from getting any more Panthers or anything like that. But man, the stolen AT gun is doing a real number on these Shermans. They'll probably kill this one if the AT gun ever decides to fire. Main gun destroyed. Okay, maybe not. There we go. Panzerschreck finishes off one, and Panzerschreck should be able to finish off this other one as well. Oh, that wipe. Oh my god. Now that these Volksgrenadiers are up in the house, they can't actually target the tank, even though that was a smart play by Romeo by jumping the squad out of there while VonIvan's Volksgrenadiers are in this house. They'll stop attacking the they will stop attacking automatically the Sherman, but now he's using airborne assault, which will probably, yep, there it goes, kills the Sherman, and will may be able to kill, at least, maybe able to kill one of these squads, and also destroy the ambulance. Here come the Fallschirmjäger. Oh my god, they're gonna really be able to do a number on all of these. Paratroopers are almost dead. This squad of paratroopers could get killed. Looks like this rifle squad will also get killed. Maybe not. They still had a fair bit of health on their remaining mans. And the ambulance, ambulance, getting off to a bit of a late start. I can't believe that thing didn't get killed by the strafes. I guess it was just targeting everything else. But I guess the Fallschirmjäger are too far away to actually fire off a Panzerfaust. But destroyed engine, and down it goes. That's by far the best use of airborne assault I've ever seen. So very smart. I guess he knew that, maybe he predicted that the Sherman was going to pull back there for repairs and not go even further back. So, it's getting pretty desperate for Romeo. He's really backed into, he remains back into a corner, losing his cutoff once more, and the VPs are getting quite desperate. I have difficulty seeing how he's going to get back into this. Oh yeah, I can see that how much damage Fallschirmjägers do when they just stand still and fire instead of having them try to shoot while they're on the move. Oh, wow. Really down to the last there in that fight. And see that VonIvan had purchased himself a Panther. Seems a bit unnecessary right now. He may have been better off going for like a Sturm Tiger, although I almost want to say that he's got this one in the bag at this point. Romeo, yeah, just down to 25 points. He's going to soon capture this one VP with his major, but he needs to get down and capture this other one as well. VonIvan's army is pretty small, but he's got his infantry hard counters and he's got his vehicle hard counters. Ooh! Panther runs straight into that mine that's been sitting there for almost the entire game, and it will probably go down to the AT gun. But I mean, Romeo cannot. He can't focus on that. He needs to get down here and capture this victory point. He's only got 11 VPs left. This match is going to be over in seconds. Unless he sends these squads down here right now. Off they go. And VonIvan should just try to be getting something to come sit in this capping circle. We had new Fallschirmjäger pop out. I'm not sure where. Yep, they're up here, but 6 VPs left. Now VPs are even, and Romeo's bought himself a way back into this game. The Schwere Panzer headquarters is about to go down. There it goes. So Romeo can back his AT guns away now. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like Romeo's now going to be able to take the south as well. And since, oh my god, this is the only bit of AT that that VonIvan has right now. If Romeo's getting himself another Sherman, which he is, he could end the game here. VonIvan, he could get himself a Jagdpanzer if he saves up a little bit, but he's so short on AT right now that he may end up losing. He needs to just grab the VPs and try to choke out his opponent. He's charging up with some Fallschirmjäger up to the top. Romeo really needs to get something around to stop this. It looks like he'll probably be able to take this VP back. Oh, that I think was a mistake from VonIvan, although he does need to preserve his AT. The VPs are even right now, and by the time that these Fallschirmjäger raise the VP, this one will be back in Romeo's hands. Now the Sherman coming back up to the top, they'll be able to, it should be able to push off these Fallschirmjäger, maybe even kill the entire squad. Oh my god. Oh, this is... I'm gonna see, you know, how much stamina VonIvan decides he has. He needs to... He's got time, and he's got a good fuel situation. And even if he loses a couple more squads, he may be able to get himself way back into this game, but his manpower is so low. He's taking the south, and it looks like he'll be able to take the middle also. The Sherman needs to race down here and just, I don't know, just push these guys out of the circle, and give an opportunity for these paratroopers to run back in. Down here at the south again, we've got these just one-man squads trying to take this point. Romeo's down to 2 VPs. He's not in control of any of them. I think all 3 VPs are white. I don't know which way this is gonna go. The major's capping the top. The bottom's just gotten captured by the 1 VP left. Oh. Desperation move by VonIvan, and wow, that 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 got pretty desperate there at the end. Had this game gone on any longer, Romeo surely would have been able to win. Just beating down the army from VonIvan so much. He was getting himself a new ambulance. He really needed to just drop himself a squad of paratroopers down here in the middle and have them dash in just to block the cap and decap of this point. Man, that was a fun game, good game, not without flaws, but certainly entertaining and a whole lot of crazy back and forth. I didn't know what was going to happen at the end, and that's always nice to see. Yeah. So that was a replay that some people have probably already seen 2 or 3 times before, but I am trying to do a little bit of a warm-up right now. Got a couple of games that I want to cast in the next day or two, or maybe even cast a couple more today. I've been really busy recently and have not had an opportunity to do a shoutcast. And God, it'll be like 2 weeks by the time, maybe not quite 2 weeks. Anyway, too long by the time this replay goes up. And yeah, so stay tuned to this channel because I think Kilrathy Soldier and I will probably do another shoutcast together today. And I've got trying to work on getting a really special guest on in the very near future. Yeah, stay tuned. If you like this match, then you should head over to the COH2.org replay section and honor the replay, because, yeah, it was pretty dang good. And I'll catch you all later. Computer Heat out.